58-year-old Santiago Pop, a retired rural development officer, was chopped to death inside his house in Cowpen village. Pop was last seen alive on Friday night. Neighbors became concerned when they didn't see Pop over the weekend, and those concerns grew when they saw dogs hanging around his house on Sunday. They went to take a closer look and saw bloody footprints outside of the door and a bad smell coming from inside. Chairman Victor Juarez, accompanied by the caretaker of the property and some villagers, were the first to arrive on scene.
Their neighbor had not followed his normal routines, which would be music, driving in and out, laundry. So after the second day that they noticed that this wasn't being followed, they decided to contact the representative of the landlord to try to come and find out if something was wrong with the individual who was renting the house. They were alerted by the presence of blood splatters and footprints near the entrance of the door. So that was the first worst sign of alert.
And that is when they called the police on Sunday evening after 6. When the authorities arrived, the door was closed, but it wasn't locked. And inside, they made the gruesome discovery. Pop's decomposing body was found lying on the floor with chop wounds to the back and head.
The body of the later on identified as Mr. Santiago Pop was discovered lying inside, apparently in a pool of blood, and he had apparent chop wound to the body. And he was classified dead at that time, and well, we consider that he was already at some level of decomposition because there was already a little smell coming out, which is what had attracted some dogs to the area.
According to Chairman Juarez, everything seemed to be in order inside Pop's house, and there was no sign of forced entry. Although Pop's wallet was reported missing, it doesn't appear that the killer or killers took anything else. Pop's almost brand new pickup truck was still parked in the yard. Juarez says they don't know why the retired public officer was murdered.
The only information that we overheard was that his wallet couldn't be found, but the vehicle keys were immediately found. The area didn't appear to be in any form of disorder or as if maybe a thief would have gotten in to try to do some form of burglary. Everything appeared to be in order, other than the unfortunate incident that led to his death. So that is what is puzzling the community even most, because they're wondering what could have happened to lead to this terrible crime within the community.
Police also don't suspect robbery as a motive for Pop's murder. They say that they don't have a suspect at this time and are hoping that the public can help to solve this crime.
No, we don't suspect that there was any robbery. His body was found, and we're asking the public's assistance if they have any information as to what transpired or what actually happened at that house. He was found there by himself, and he was living there by himself.
According to Chairman Juarez, Pop lived in San Juan for about a year, and only about 2 months ago he moved over to Cowpen. He's described as an easygoing man who got along with the villagers.
He was a very cool guy, very friendly. People who knew him in the working environment as the rural development officer would say that he was always willing to help, and they were happy to have worked with him, and that he was one of the best at what he did. And well, yes, he would be seen normally cruising around the village with his vehicle, and which meant that he was quite sociable.
Reporting for News 5, I'm Andrea Polanco.